Hi everyone, welcome to my lesson. How are you
Hi,
tonight? I'm sorry.
we are all good.
Are you feeling okay? Good?
Yes,
Good,
we are
okay.
fine. How are you, teacher?
I am fine, thank you, Aliye. Well, today we'll look at the novel Pride and Prejudice. Have you ever heard it before? Pride and Prejudice. Let me
Yeah.
share my screen with you to see its. Yes, Pride and Prejudice. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, Pride and Prejudice is a novel by Jane Austen. It's a love novel. It's a love affair novel. It's translated into Turkish falsely by Aşk ve Gurur, but it should be Gurur ve Önyargı, actually. Is there anyone who have read this book before?
No, unfortunately,
I
I
haven't
didn't.
yet.
Okay, that's okay, no problem. So we said it's a love affair novel, and I recommended you to read it because it's fantastic, but it's a little complicated. But don't worry. Now we are going to see a transcription of a section from this novel. I want you to read these dialogues between a two person. I give you like 3 minutes, okay? As you read the dialogue between these two characters, now I want you to imagine the scene of this conversation took place. I want you to tell your ideas about the appearance, depiction of the characters, the man and the woman, both of them, and settings and the atmosphere of this conversation. Yeah, I'll give you just 2 or 3 minutes. I want you to imagine of this conversation. How did it happen? How did these two people met each other and talk each other or argue with each other? And I'm going to write down here your ideas. Think about the man. How did he look like? Was he British, French,
Probably yes, because
Yes.
he was
British?
using old language, yeah.
He was a British.
And I guess he's like middle-aged man.
Middle age.
Yeah.
Middle aged man.
And maybe rich, he can be rich.
Rich,
And
yes, sir. Can we say he's a nobleman? He's an aristocrat? Yeah,
Yeah.
because of how he talks, yeah?
Yeah.
Can guess
And
like that.
he has too much pride. He didn't accept her deniance. I don't know. He has too
So
much
can we
pride.
say he's a little arrogant,
Yeah.
um, but at the end, I think he was a little frustrated because it says here, "Forgive me, madam, for taking up so much of your time." He
Yeah.
came with a happiness, a big dreams, but at the end he was a little frustrated, I guess. So can we say he's frustrated? What do you think? Is he well educated?
Probably yes, because he is nobleman.
Yeah, well educated and probably well dressed. So yes, but most important thing, I think he's too confident. He's proud of himself. So, what about the woman? What do you think about the woman? What are her features?
I assume because it's happening at the old times, she has like big fancy dress. But
Fancy
she's
dress.
not like as the man.
So, can we say she's not rich?
She's not rich as men. Maybe she's like middle class.
Yeah. Can we say not an aristocrat? Is she proud of herself like the man?
Not actually.
Yes. But she can stand in front of him. She said no. That's why I
Yeah.
can say.
Mhm.
So she said no because she is unwilling. Unwilling. Unwilling and proud, I think. What else? Is she British?
Yes, she's British and she has sisters.
Yeah, has a sister. British middle class woman. Yeah. What else can we say? Does
She's
she
younger
want?
than men. I think she's younger than men.
Yeah, that's a good guess. Younger. Do you think that she's a little skeptical about the man?
Yeah.
Skeptical, yes. And accusative. She was accusing him all the time.
Hmm.
Do you think that she wants some revenge of him? What do you think about that? Can we say she's a little revengeful and accusative? Yes. These are your guesses, our guesses about the depiction of the characters according to the dialogue. Let's go to the settings. Settings, I mean the place, the scene, the conversation took place. Like I'm gonna I'm going to ask you some questions. Do you think this was a marriage proposal?
Yes, he wanted to marry with her, but
Yeah,
she didn't want. Yeah.
a marriage proposal. That's correct. What else can we say? Did it end well?
Not for him, but for her, yes. Probably yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's didn't end well for the man, let's say, but the woman got what she wanted. What else? Yes, she rejects the man. Are they alone? Are they alone? Was just two of them, or were they in a public area, or what else?
It's hard to say, but I guess they were alone, both of them.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know this all type of chateaus, homes.
Yeah, we are just guessing. Yes,
Yeah.
can be wrong, but we are going to watch the actual film adaptation of this conversation. So we are going to see how our guesses are close to the reality. So don't worry about it. So do you think was this a climax of the story? The tension you think it was high? So is this a climax of the story? What do you think? Climax? It was written like this.
I think in the second page, man gets frustrated too much and like, I don't know, I didn't hear, but he was like yelling to the woman.
Yes, but
I don't
I'm
remember which
asking
scene.
about the story. There is a story, and in this story, there is a climax. Climax, the characters clash each other, and it's the story's most important and most tension part. So, is
Yeah,
this a
too
climax of
much
the story?
chaos. Yeah, there is, I guess, at the second page, but I don't remember exact the words.
Okay, it's a climax, and we can say that.
Yeah.
Okay, a marriage proposal didn't end well. Let's go to the atmosphere. About the atmosphere, what can we say about the atmosphere? Was it dark? What do you think? Was it dark or a shining, perfect day?
I think it's nighttime, but they are at home. That's why there's lightning, but it's not natural light.
Do you think they're at home?
Yeah, I guess so.
At home. So
Maybe it's in the garden,
it's in
in the
garden.
nervous
In garden.
maybe.
Or a public area.
Yes, public.
So what do you think about the weather? Is it dark or shiny?
I think dark.
Dark. Dark weather. Maybe rainy?
Really?
So Gizem, what do you think about the tension of the conversation? Is it high or low?
Higher.
Yeah, high tension conversation. These are our guesses. So now we are going to watch a YouTube video of this movie's film adaptation. Let's see how close our imaginations. Can you see the video?
Yes, we
Yes, we
can.
can.
Okay, let's open up.
This past month has been a torment. I came to residence with a single object of seeing you. I had to see you. I fought against my better judgment, my family's expectation, the inferiority of your birth, my rank, the circumstance, all these things, and I'm willing to put them aside and ask you to end my agony. I can understand. I love you. Both are you. Please do me the honor of accepting my hand.
Sir, I appreciate the struggle you have been through, and I am very sorry to have caused you pain. Believe me, it was unconsciously done.
Is this your reply?
Yes, sir.
Are you laughing at me?
No,
Are you rejecting me?
I'm sure that the feelings which, as you told me, have hindered your regard will help you in overcoming it.
Might I ask why with so little endeavour at civility I am thus repulsive?
Might as well inquire why, with so evident a design of insulting me, you chose to tell me that you like me against your better judgment.
No, believe me, I
If I
don't think...
was uncivil, then that is some excuse, but I have other reasons. You know I have.
What reason?
If anything, my temperance will set the man who has ruined, perhaps forever, the happiness of a most beloved sister. You deny it, Miss Darcy. That you separated a young couple who loved each other, exposing your friend to the centre of the world for caprice, and my sister to its derision for disappointed hopes, and involving them both in misery of the acutest
I
kind.
do not deny it.
How could you do this?
Because I believe your sister indifferent.
Indifferent.
I watched them most carefully and realised his attachment was deeper than hers.
That's because she's shy.
Bingley, too, is modest and was persuaded she didn't feel strong
Because
for
you
it.
suggested it.
I did it for his own good.
My sister hardly shows her true feelings to me. I suppose you suspect that his fortune had some
No,
bearing
I
on
wouldn't
the
do your
matter.
sister the dishonour, though it was suggested.
What was?
It was made perfectly clear that nothing made you married.
Did that impression?
No, there was, however, a happening with the matter of your family.
I want a connection. Mr. Bingley didn't seem to vex
No, it was
himself
more
about
than that.
How, sir?
It was the lack of propriety shown by your mother, your three younger sisters, even on the occasion of your father. You and your sister are not excluded.
What about Mr. Wickham? What excuse can you give for your behaviour towards him?
You take an eager interest in that gentleman.
He told me of his misfortune.
Oh, your sister's fortunes have been very great.
You ruined his chances and you treat him with sarcasm.
So this is your offended family. Perhaps it's best I've been overlooked had not your pride been hurt by my honesty and admitting scruples about our relationship. But you expect me to rejoice in the inferiority of your circumstances.
And those are the words of a gentleman. From the first moment I met you, your arrogance and conceit, your selfish disdain for the feelings of others made me realise that you were the last man in the world I could ever be prevailed upon to marry.
But for taking up some of your time.
Okay, that was the film adaptation of this conversation. As you see, our predictions are pretty close, I guess. So, what do you think about the scene?
Yes, scene was very intense, like we
Intense,
said
yeah.
before. And British accent also made it perfect.
Yeah. But our guesses are pretty close.
Yeah,
This-
we predict
If-
almost everything, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's great. So, I want to ask you, if you were in the man's place, what would you feel? Rejected like this, being rejected like this.
If I was that man, I never get frustrated to woman of my love, but like much more disappointed than frustration.
Okay, that's a good point of view. So, if you were in the woman's place, what would you do? Aye, would you do the same thing?
Can you repeat? I can't understand.
If you were in the woman's place, what would you
Woman's
do?
place. Actually, I can't do anything because there is no anything that I can do.
So you think that woman is right?
No.
She's not right. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. So now here's your task, final task. I want you to write an alternative ending to this scene with 2 or more sentences. Use your imagination. Just you can write to end however you want. That's okay. Write just 2 or more sentences to end this conversation. Let's say the gentleman didn't say the last sentence. Forgive me, madam, for taking up so much of your time. Scratch on this one and continue to the conversation, please. Who wants to read?
And the man came back and they talked each other's more calmly. Then they solve the problems. They understand each other, and they decide to marry, maybe.
So you wrote a
Get
happy
married.
ending. You wrote a happy ending. That's great.
Yes, happy ending.
Thank you, Aliye. What about you, Gizem?
Woman says, yes, you waste my time. I don't want to see your face again. And the
Oh my
man,
God.
yes, and the man says nothing. So because of his sadness, that's it actually. They broke up.
That's the end. So Aliye
Two
wrote a
different.
happy ending. You
Yeah.
wrote a sad ending, but it's too frustrated for the man, I guess.
Yes.
That's okay. So that's it for our lesson today. Do you want to say anything or ask
No.
anything?
Uh,
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming and listening. So see you next week.
See you later.
see you.
Bye bye. Goodbye.